I'm gonna put you in a scenario though. Still,
Heck
we're
yeah.
not for
At
make.
least I don't miss out on that.
But you're still in this scenario. So
right.
you just started a disc golf brand. Okay.
Trevor's.
And you know what? I'm
Frisbees.
gonna go ahead. I already know the first answer here. So we're removing Paul and Paige from this question.
Okay.
Paul and Paige do not exist in the. Well, no, they still
Okay.
exist. They're just with a different brand. But you started a first company, a new disc golf company.
Yes.
Manufacturer. You have an unlimited amount of money
Oh, to sign
to
whoever I
spend
want.
on one MPO and one FPO player that will build your brand. That's the only you're gonna be able to tie to them, and you're gonna have to. They're the only people you can use to build your brand ever.
Yes.
So you can't use Paul or Paige. What is your MPO and which is your FPO player?
Fascinating question. Well, here's the thing. So you got to consider marketability, but you also have to consider risk here, because like I have to pick somebody who's semi low risk because that's all I get. So I'm gonna weigh skill over marketability, because at the very least I need somebody that I know is gonna be around for the next 10 years. So I think that makes the FPO answer pretty obvious. Well, it really brings it down to two people, Calvin or
You mean
Eagle.
MPO?
MPO, right?
When you said FPO was pretty obvious, I was like, that was the one
No,
I just had a
FPO
hard
is not
time.
obvious. MPO is pretty obviously between Calvin and Eagle, because they're the youngest and most talented out of those young guns. And Eagle has a slight edge on marketability, and I'd argue talent. I'm going to go Eagle, MPO, but I think you could probably go Calvin too. It's probably a toss-up, but I think Eagle's a little more marketable. So I go Eagle, MPO, dropping them. I'd sign him 5 years, 20 mil, guaranteed with incentives.
How old is Eagle? I'm gonna look that up really
I think
fast.
he's
Keep going.
22. No, 23. He's a year older than me. He's got 10 years in his prime for sure. He may be 2 years older than me. He's probably 24. Anyways.
He's 23.
All right, let's go. And FPO, a bit tougher. You know, you've got some options. You got your Haley King. You've got your Val Manduhano. You have the Finnish players, your Henna Bloombergs and have you. Man, you said I can't go with Paige, but I still could go with Kat if I wanted to. That is a tricky one.
You're making me rethink everything. But keep going. Because I refuse to sign the same people you sign. I have to change my answer on one of them.
Yeah, well, you could say which one, because I only answered one, but dang, man, FPO is tough. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's Kona Panis.
Dang it!
Yeah,
Dang it!
it's Kona
Dang it.
Panis. I don't
Literally.
know. Yeah.
First off, if you Google Kona Panis' age, says she's 17.
No, she's not that
She's
young.
definitely not.
She's
So, I don't know how old she
she's
is.
like a year older than me too. She's
So that
like
was in
same
2016.
age.
She was 17, so she's 23.
Yeah, she's like same age as Eagle,
22.
and
Just look at the year she was born.
yeah, I think.
This is why we have a
Oh my
producer.
gosh.
I just searched Kona Panis' age.
Kona is getting better talent wise. I think she's gonna be around talent wise, and she's super marketable. So that's actually easier than
Yeah.
the MPO is. That's a no brainer. It's Kona
Yeah, I thought
Panis.
Kona was pretty obvious. But I'm not going to have the same people as you. I refuse.
Okay.
Because I don't want this to be a boring segment. So I'm actually going Ricky. Ricky's a little bit of a risk because of
Was he
longevity.
like 27?
He's 27.
That's not.
but-
That's actually a good play.
You got about 10 to 13 years of his rest of his career. And if he's like my only focus and I can market him however I want,
Yeah.
I'm signing him to a 13-year, $7,500 million.
You make him an overstable putter. You make him an overstable putter, and you're selling him like hotcakes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
heard the
marketing
pig? Well, here's the
him
boar.
like crazy. And then on FPO side, I'm not going Kat only because
She's in her 30s, isn't
it's
she?
tough. Well, I don't even know her age. I was just thinking performance-wise,
But you got to think.
It's
You
a
got
little bit of a
to
risk.
make a safe play.
but that's where I'm going overseas
Yeah.
to.
It's a good play.
It's between Evelina and Henna. And I think I'm going Evelina because I
Evelina.
think she's a little more comfortable in front of the camera. And I think I'm doing the same thing with her that I'm basically doing the same thing with her that I would do with Rick. And I'm like I have unlimited money in this scenario.
Heck yeah.
I'm hiring a full-time camera crew that's going to live with them and drive them all around the country. And they're each going to have their own RV with their.
No, my guys have jets. My guy and girl.
Dang it, I
they
forgot
have
about jets. No, RV's more.
We have spaceships.
My guys will fly in jets to meet the RV road crew. So
No RVs. Limos.
Ricky's never in the RV, but you still get the marketability of Rick. being on the side
Eagles'
of an
feet
RV.
don't even touch the ground if he's not on the course. I promise you that.
He's
They're
being
going to carry him on one of those like big like throne things.
Okay, but realistically, if I had like a reasonable amount of money to hire to like not
What do we determine as
Jeff
reasonable,
Bezos-
Hunter? Didn't we talk about that last podcast?
not Jeff Bezos money, but like if I was like actual disc golf money, realistically, if I had a player like Ricky, I'm paying someone $30,000 to $40,000 a year to follow them with a camera year round, and just crank out content.
You make the money back.
Yeah, I'll easily make that money back.
Yeah.
No doubt. I'm doing that for Evelina too. I'm just that person, and guess what? They're also their driver.
Brand to the moon.
So that's super easy. I mean, you heard it there. There's Foundation's 5-year
That's a
business
fun
plan.
scenario. I want people to put in the comments or just let us know on whatever platform, like who you're signing and what deal you're giving them and why.
Okay, no, but real talk.
That's fun.
What deal are you giving? Because we obviously made jokes about how much money we're paying someone. If you were a disc golf company with actually having to figure out what deal are you giving Eagle and what deal are you giving Kona.
I mean, it depends on too many factors because Eagle, I won't throw out actual numbers, but I will say that I can give each of them confidently. If I have the kind of resources to do what like Discraft's doing with Paul, like create their own line of discs and that kind of thing, I can confidently give each of them whatever the highest contract in each of their fields, FPO, MPO is. I'll say that. Like I'd be comfortable giving them.
What was Paige's details? Did Paige ever release her details?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying though. I'd be comfortable giving them whatever the biggest contract.
So basically, you're going Discraft model where you go royalty heavy because you know they've always can change royalties. To
I
where
think
there's
both,
no real cap.
Yeah, I think both those players, I can make the money back on moving discs. I can do it.
Yeah, I'm probably negotiating with them, figuring out. My contract would honestly, there would be a guarantee, whatever the player wanted, up to $1 million, because you could do it if you were a manufacturer. But my biggest thing is I would be negotiating on the social media, split revenue social media, and split revenue with the disc, making them align. Because realistically, like if you want $100,000 a year guaranteed and then a much higher percentage of social media and discs, or you want $1 million a year guaranteed and a much lower percentage, it's all going to balance out. You're going to make the same amount of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just think you see it in other sports, but you see it a lot in like entrepreneurs where they literally hire a cameraman to follow them 24/7, like Gary Vee. That's literally the only reason you know Gary Vee's name is because he did that. Mm-hmm. I mean, who in these comments, or if you're listening, which one of us would not want to see a like basically consistent vlog of Ricky or Paul or anyone on the road?
And you know what?
That's really well produced, well edited, and it's like a weekly video.
Sometimes that stuff comes out down the road. That whole Michael Jordan documentary that popped off on Netflix, like that stuff was filmed forever ago, but it's because they literally had camera people everywhere.
Yeah, but I've been to tournaments. There's not the camera people are all assigned.
We got to film this stuff, man. We're gonna forget the history of our sport.
I mean, it's being filmed, but it's not
behind the scenes.
Like the McBeast Diaries was cool.
That was fun,
but it wasn't as consistent.
No.
I'm saying like this person is traveling with this person, with these people all day, every day with a camera.
I mean, yeah.
And just let the camera roll, see what we catch. See what we can get.
Yep.